Okay, honors 11 last week. So this is for Tuesday the 12th. So we're kind of wrapping up Dubliners. Your previous assignment was counterparts essay. So get those to me when you can, please. Again, there's no late work really. All right. So our assignment for today is to kind of connect everyone. So what do the characters we've met in Dubliners have in common? Okay. So we met 5 different people. Their characters, so I'm calling the first boy Era Boy. Okay, so if you want to refer to him as that, that's fine since we never get a name. Okay, we met Evelyn Hill, Polly and Mr. Duran, and then of course Mr. Farrington. Okay, so what I want you to do is just choose 3 out of those 5. If you want to talk about all 5, that's great, or 4 of them, I don't care, but a minimum of 3. All right, and then choose one of the following to kind of connect them all together. All right, so either setting, is the character changed or unchanged, and or character motivations. Okay, so think of the setting, the Arabe boy, in his kind of rundown neighborhood, and he has these dreams to go into Arabe, which is going to be great. And of course, it wasn't. Same thing with Evelyn, right? Trying to get out of Dublin and her life. And we know, going to the ship, that didn't work out for her. Polly and Mr. Duran, so again, they're kind of stuck in Dublin for one reason or another. And then, of course, Farrington really doesn't go anywhere, just goes from bar to bar to bar to bar, right? Kind of in a circle. Actually goes in a cross shape, to be honest. But anyway, he's stuck in Dublin as well. So that's something you could do for setting. Okay, character changed or unchanged, right? So obviously most of our characters have an epiphany at some point. So our boy, has an epiphany there at the end and realizes, his crush was just being kind of polite and he was kind of an idiot. Evelyn, right, we saw her wanting to change, okay, but then her epiphany there at the end where she grabs the rail, we have to assume she goes back home, back to her boring life. Okay, Polly and Mr. Duran, obviously they are changed, right? Polly, unfortunately, more than likely is pregnant, and now they have to get married. And Mr. Duran, the same thing. He can't kind of run away from that. He's got to buckle down and make reparations, as Mrs. Mooney says. Okay, and that reparation is marriage. And then Farrington maybe be our only character that is kind of unchanged, right? We have to assume he probably does that same thing every day or week to week. He runs out of money. He blows all his money at the bar. He comes home and takes it out on his family. Okay, and that takes us back to, character motivations, right? Farrington's motivation is trying to escape his problems. Okay, again, Polly and Mr. Duran trying to save their reputations. Evelyn, her motivation is to get away from her father, right, and her boring life. And of course, our boy, is looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay, so again, just choose 3 out of those 5 characters and choose one of those kind of foci to link them all together. Okay, so our criteria for this one. So about a half-page double space minimum is what I'm looking for. I don't need any quotes. You don't need to go back and do that, but you may go back and reread your essays and see what they have in common. Okay. And then make sure that we have just, again, we're doing a thesis and go here, kind of. Make sure that we have a thesis that connects all 3 very simply. So, the setting in Dubliners affects characters, blah, blah, blah. Or, character motivations in Dubliners can be seen through these 3 characters. All right, so keep it simple, right? It doesn't need to be fancy, and don't give away all your ideas, in that first sentence, okay? So that's what we're doing for today. The next 2 assignments will be pretty easy, just a little bit of feedback for me, and hopefully a little bit of reflection for you, okay? So I'll see you tomorrow. Later.